Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now a company whose products I have covered on my channel, KTactical. KTactical, very interesting. They have an interesting sense of humor. They have really cool products, and here today, a little gift bag. Now, it's around the holiday season. A lot of times companies that reviewers work with do send out sort of little gift bags, gift packages, and some unique items that either are available on the market or may be coming to the market in the upcoming seasons. And in this particular case today, we're going to take a look at what KTactical sent to me. So I have absolutely no idea what's in here. Some of these products we may look at once here today. Other products, maybe there's going to be a full featured review. But the only way to figure this out is to get into this. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go through this in detail. We're going to rip all this stuff out of this bag. And, well, I think there's going to be some pretty cool stuff inside. And so with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at KTactical who did provide this for review. And so as we get into this, KTactical is a company whose products I've covered in the past here on Outer Limitless 2. Firearms-driven products, some EDC gear, and in this particular case, just a wide variety of things. In the past, I've looked at belts, holsters, pouches, all kinds of different interesting gear, and here today, well, I think we're going to see a number of different things that can augment my already growing KTactical lineup. And so basically at this point, as I dig in, I can already see a couple of different pouches, few different styles here, pretty neat. Holster hopefully will be useful, and I'm already seeing that it will be. New coffee mug, that's cool. This here looks to be a plate carrier, so definitely sweet. Maybe a brochure here, we can take a look at that. Rail light, always useful having good lighting. Mounting accessories, bunch of them. Some slings, keychains, patches, some larger pouches, and a knife. And so now, as we get into this swag bag, the first thing I'm going to say about KTactical, they're more on what I would say is the budget side of things. And if you're anything like me and getting into firearms, well, it's literally like drinking through a fire hose. I mean, everything you need to get into the hobby, just extremely expensive, from your firearm to your safe to your ammo to all the little accessories that you need, weapon lights and all that stuff. It's extremely expensive, and quite honestly, sometimes you just don't know what you want, and you kind of need to practice and you need to get into things. And companies like KTactical make it very easy to get some quality gear at a reasonable price, and that's exactly what we have here in front of us. So I'm just going to go through these in a little bit of detail. This first thing here, this is actually a little document folder, so very simple little document folder. And the other thing about KTactical that you'll see, they're kind of making a little bit of a push to tailor, I would say, towards the sort of anime side of things, but also the female firearm enthusiast. So a lot of things KTactical these days, you can see kind of a little bit of bling, a little bit of shine, a little bit of glitz, definitely tailoring more towards the female enthusiast. But it's not to say they don't have a lot of great products for the guys, and I have used KTactical products at this point in a number of occasions, and they've been great. And so as we go through these, KTactical offering pouches, you can see here, this is the plate carrier, and a lot of smaller accessories. So as we get into it here, these pouches, pretty straightforward, but nice. I found that KTactical does a nice job generally with their construction, nice overall layout, and these are very simple little accessory pouches. As we open these up, pretty straightforward inside, a little bit of a subdivided interior. This would be good for ammo. This would be good for different sort of range accessories. If you have range finders, things like that, number of products that you could certainly put inside here very easily. And they did send me 3 of these. So I might at some point put together a little giveaway swag bag. I'm thinking it would be pretty cool. But again, these pouches, pretty straightforward. Some MOLLE on the front. Nice MOLLE attachments on the back. little morale field, quality zippers, has these nice paracord zipper pulls. Very straightforward, but at the same time, nicely done. Now, the next thing you're going to notice about KTactical is their colorway. I do like the fact that they went with just black and red for a bulk of their products. Pretty straightforward, yet simple at the same time. Nicely done, good look, and pretty solid. So you can see here a nice large sort of admin style pouch. Now I can see this certainly being used on the plate carrier itself for some admin pockets or whatnot. As we open up to the inside, first off on the outside you can see nice laser cut moly, that's cool. Nice large morale field, and inside, yes, cool. So definitely the ability to put, pens, pads of paper, Leatherman, different little tools, range accessories, and whatnot. Pretty straightforward. Could even carry your cell phone in here, which would be nice right on the outside. And as we get into this, a little weatherized sort of map pocket. So this is typically like a map pocket, which is cool. And again, lots of other organization. I have had organizers like this in the past, and they're very effective. And you can see here, this is kind of a little tray that if you set this to the right sort of tension, it will hold it open while it's on your front side. So very cool, very useful, and a simple offering, yet very effective from KTactical. And again, as I mentioned before, they did send a few of these, so I do have 3. So again, this might make a nice little giveaway. We'll see what happens in the future. Now here you can see a rifle sling. So this has a little bit of a bungee shock cord here. You can see this is set up as a 2-point sling, so you definitely have your 2 connection points here. Pretty straightforward and very nice. And you can see it actually has a quick little breakaway buckle, which is awesome, and then plenty of adjustability. So this could definitely come into play. Always nice having a couple of slings. And again, if you're somebody getting started and you don't have all the accessories that you need, going to somebody like KTactical for some of these simple basics, figuring out how to use a sling, figuring out how to adjust it, figuring out what mounting points you need on your firearms, this can come in very, very useful and without breaking the bank. So again, nicely done from KTactical. And they did also provide me with 3 of these. So again, keep an eye out in the future. Now as we continue to move through this, just some cool little things. Here's a mug. Always nice to have, the ability to enjoy my beverages with some firearms driven items. And actually, this is really nice. I like this a lot. A really cool look. Does have the KTactical look and feel, but look inside. Really neat. Just a real interesting overall, just, I don't know if it's an enamel or what, but this is a ceramic mug. Seems to be very nicely done. And on the inside, just a really cool pattern overall. I like it. Flipping this over to the back side again, KTactical logo. They do a pretty nice job. I like their logo. That's kind of neat. And again, they sort of tailor more towards that sort of anime style, which, for different people could take it or leave it. It's, it's just light. It's fun. It's easy. It's a little less sort of hardcore than typical firearms, but that's what they're going for. Can't blame them. It's different strokes for different folks, and they're finding their target market, and that works. So again, the KTactical mug. Pretty neat. Now in a prior video, we did take a look at the battle belt, which came with a small KTactical flashlight. So tactical style flashlight. Pretty straightforward. Now this does come into play. I actually use this more than you would think, and actually I give it to my kids to go outside when they play manhunt and different things like that. So this has gotten some pretty good use. But here, more of a weapon light. So you can see here a rail mountable light. So we'll take a quick peek at this. And so this does take a CR123, which this does not come with. However, I do have some. But interesting, you'll notice that on the backside, actually, this is a removable tail cap. You actually put the battery in through the head. So you can see there, the head side. Just threading this back and into place here. Now this light will be a 500 lumen output, and you can see a standard tail cap, or this allows the rail mount. So if you rail mount this, you do have the ability to also include a pressure switch. So that's awesome. Pretty straightforward, but we'll test this out. First, the standard tail cap here. The light is in the off position, so you see that just flashed, but here, oh, that's cool. So that's simple. This actually just pulls out and you get it to your mode, and that will just leave it set. So if you want this to be tactical strobe all the time, you can just leave it there. That's off, but we'll see if that does a momentary press with the pressure switch, just out of the curiosity. Then also just your white light. And so again, that's 500 lumens, a nice little light. I like this. Briefly swapping out the tail cap here. And again, you can see this is gasketed, which is going to help with moisture reduction inside the unit, a little bit of water resistance. This does have a dust cap on the back, and plugging in the pressure switch. That's a nice positive. You can see just firm lock on that. And here's your pressure switch. So momentary press there. That's cool. And then locking it on. And then in terms of when it's in the off position, again, that is literally completely off. That's cool. And strobe. And there again, your momentary press and clicking it on. Very functional. This light is really nice. I like it. This here is an IWB holster. So IWB Leather Holster. Now I have used KTactical holsters quite a bit, and actually on a couple of different firearms at this point. But you can see here, this is specific for the SIG P365 XL. So again, the SIG P365 XL. Now this will have a little bit of a break-in period, but right away, let's see. So yep, we'll need to break that in. Give me 1 second here. Let's drop out the mag. Check this for clear. Everything's good and safe. So as we get into this here, you'll notice that the trigger coverage, in my opinion, is not quite going to work for me, because I am currently running this with an optic. So if I had the optic off of here, you'll notice this would recess much deeper. So this is not really set up for an optic cut, but at the same time, if you're not running an optic, that will certainly work. And you know, things change for me, mix and match. At various different times for various reasons. I can tell you that this is going to be a very straightforward and simple way to get you started. Again, if you're just looking for a simple leather in the waistband style holster, this will definitely do it. Nice spring clip. I like the red stitching. I've had a couple of these already. Gave one to my buddy. He's been rocking it for a while, and these do seem to work very well. So again, a simple IWB leather holster for the SIG P365 XL. And they do have these for a bunch of other models of firearms out there for sure. Now here, some different accessories. So mounting accessories. What are we gonna do with this? Let's take a quick look at this. So I believe, and I would have to look at this in a little bit more detail, but I believe I would be able to potentially use this with some of my accessories and certainly with one of my holsters, but I can't tell for sure exactly what they're going for with the kit that they sent me. So as I take a quick look here, this here is more of a MOLLE adapter, which yes, so if you take a look at this, this is actually more like a set, so you can leverage these together. And so you basically end up with a MOLLE panel here, so that's kind of nice. So more of like your MOLLE style clips, which is pretty straightforward. And then this here should be standard spacing. You could use this on a number of different attachment points. You could use this certainly for a knife sheath. You could use it for a holster, a number of different things that would give you the ability to mate these together and then mount your whatever, firearms or your knife or your equipment on different ballistics items. Like say for example, and now onto this plate carrier. As we open this up here, you can see sliding this down and into place. You can lock that down on there, and then your accessories can be canted in a number of different directions. So that's actually very useful. I like this quite a bit, and I can see me putting this to some good quality use pretty much right away. So very nice. And you end up with a couple of different sort of backing plates. So again, one of these MOLLE adapters could be really paired up with a bunch of these, and you could swap out accessories from time to time. So KTactical did send 3. Very cool. I'm looking forward to putting these to good use. But the vest here, definitely neat. Now I'm gonna try this on, see how it fits. I personally do not have any plate carriers. I do not have any armor. I don't really have anything for this setup currently, but it's not to say things won't change over time. And you can see nice moly throughout, excellent stitching, good and durable, nice and robust, nice clips, everything seemingly very well made. Not terribly heavy. I mean, you know, good little weight in here, but you can see it does have some foam in here, which I'm assuming would probably come out once you get your armor into place. But as you can see here, without too much in the way of adjustment, pretty much threw this on. Now I'm 6'1", 175 pounds, and you can see this will pretty much work fairly well for me, even if you were smaller. Plenty of adjustment in the ability to really fit this the way you need, depending on your body size and shape and style. So overall, I mean, definitely seemingly obviously useful. I just don't personally at this time have any panels to put in here or a way to technically test this, but definitely really cool. So something to consider for future videos. Now here, some very simple little swag. So you can see a couple keychains, a couple different styles of morale patches. I like these. These are really cool. Very slim, thin, but nicely done. They're actually very raised, and I actually like the way that they completely change color. They're extremely iridescent. So these go from like blue to silver to purple to green. It's really, really neat. Now these are, and I'm gonna say kind of like, I don't know, it's like charms to put on your firearms. I'm not sure if I would technically use these, but you could certainly do so. So you can see this is M-lock, little charm. So you find a little slot in your M-lock and kind of dress up your AR or your firearms in different ways. This one here is more for a pick rail. So that will go right on a pick rail and you can attach little things to it. Now I could see maybe in some ways this being useful for a utility purpose, but I think the intent is to kind of dress up your firearms and just give them a little bit of charm. And last but not least, KTactical does have some fairly cheap but reasonably nice knives. So here you can see, and I've taken a look at one of their blades in the past, and it's pretty similar to this. I think it's pretty much the same model. So very simple knife from KTactical. Again, black with a little bit of a carbon fiber inlay. Here you can see almost like a G10 over a standard steel liner coated in black. So it's nice, a deep ride pocket clip and a combination blade. So you can see some plain edge, a little bit of serrations, reverse Tonto design, pretty cool. So simple liner lock, and actually not too bad in terms of action, fairly decent. Couple different deployment methods, simple yet effective. And so again, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at KTactical who did provide all of this cool swag and cool gear for my channel. You know, I do appreciate when people think about me. It is the holiday season. There's a lot going on and a lot of people to think about. So when a company reaches out really to say thank you for your collaboration and the work that you've done together, it really does mean a lot. So again, to the people at KTactical, thank you very much. You know, a lot of really cool gear here. So from pouches and, you know, the swag and, you know, mugs, but really getting you into some firearms accessories like lights, simple things like holsters, and then slings, all kinds of mounting options. And then beyond all of that, you know, having things like, say, for example, a plate carrier. KTactical really trying to bring some affordable and effective gear to the market for a number of different users. And again, all the way from the guys, and now really finding ways to tailor towards the women, the female enthusiasts who kind of sometimes in this industry do get left out. KTactical really trying to find a place for them. So really cool stuff from the people at KTactical. Thank you very much. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless channel, which is more my primary gear. On that channel, I cover everything from hiking, camping, and backpacking excursions, all the gear that goes with it. So from sleep systems, shelter systems, knives, axes, flashlights, backpacks, you name it, That's my Outer Limitless YouTube channel. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.